We're going live in one, two, three. Yes, we're live. We're live. Hi. Welcome, guys. Welcome to this new YouTube channel, Live with Tracy, and we have here our special guest, an amazing woman and an amazing entrepreneur, Shantel Nock. She's CEO and founder of Empower with Words College Prep, and okay, it's based in Virginia, right, Shantel? Uh,
Actually, I moved to Atlanta. So we're just going to say it's based in the US because I
yes,
have
yes.
been working all over with
Awesome.
students.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'll tell a little bit more about Chantel to the audience. So basically, Chantel is my first client, and she's also my mentor. She we used to have a lot of the conversations about a lot of stuff about the business, about how to grow her business and my business, and she helped me a lot with getting clients from her circle, and I cannot forget that. It's an amazing experience for me, and it's so it's a cool and amazing that we had that uh, special relation, and I'm very glad that you always taught me a lot of stuff. So so I think we will continue with the stuff, with the stuff we were all the audience are hoping for. Uh, can you share a little bit about yourself, which I haven't
Sure.
shared?
Sure. What can I share? There's so much. Well, let's see. I am originally from Virginia and I grew up. It was a peninsula called the Eastern Shore, very rural area. And I grew up there, not a lot of resources, not a lot of opportunities. It was kind of more of like a rural agricultural community. And, um, it was just myself and two brothers and a mother. And that's basically, how we grew up. Have a very large family, very supportive, tight knit family, if you want to say. And I guess my outlook or outlet, if you want to say, with trying to gain a better life was education.
Absolutely.
And that's where I guess my niche was. I was never an athlete. I tried sports, but that was never my thing. I never was successful in sports. So education became kind of
That
my
makes two of us.
outlet.
Cool.
Yeah, so I mean honestly that was my niche. I was the, if you want to say, the bookworm. That's just kind of where I thrive. That's where I really focus my attention, and my focus on was just education, and all through my high school or middle school, high school, all through college. And which is actually where I found myself later on in life, is going into the educational field with this organization that I started. So,
Awesome. Awesome. That's
yeah.
very good. And I think, what's your education background, Shanta?
Well, I have a bachelor's, and it's just so funny. I'm gonna just tell you this, Tracy. It's funny how you have a plan for yourself, but then your plan is really not the plan that God may have for you. So I
Okay.
started out in pre-med. So I have a bachelor's in health and human services
Oh.
and a master's in public health. So my plan was to go pre-med route.
Ah.
That's not what I end up
That's not
doing.
what you.
So that's
Okay.
where my educational, I guess, background is in, but
Mhm.
that's not what I'm doing.
Got it. Got it. But I think I mean, we may have a lot of stuff planned out, but it turns out in other ways, in different ways. It's good.
Absolutely.
It's good in some ways. And probably you know that more than my about how things turns out, stuff like that. I think it's good.
Absolutely.
It's good. I mean, so as a kid, how you already told us like as a kid you never played sports, but you're not interested in sports, but you're very good at education and studying and reading and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool. So basically, you covered one of my questions. That's good. And so yeah, coming to your bachelor. So did you so uh, well, we'll come to the main question of the session, like about the Gates scholarship. So tell us about your experience with the Bill Gates scholarship.
Again, like I said, you know, when people think about the United States, people think, oh, opportunities and dreams and stuff like that. But there's a lot of disparities here in the U.S. And, one of the things that I kind of faced, I didn't grow up with a lot of money.
Yes.
So, again, education was the outlet. But again, I didn't have the financial resources to pay for college. And it was a lady at my high school. She was a guidance counselor at my high school, and she helped. I don't want to say she helped a lot of students, but she really helped students who wanted to be successful, right? So one of the things that she did, she actually assisted me with a lot of, finding a lot of community scholarships, a lot of state scholarships, and then we worked on national scholarships, which one was the Bill Gates scholarship. Now, mind you,
Yeah.
when you talk about the Bill Gates, scholarship, when you talk about national scholarships, it's a numbers game, and
Uh-huh.
you have millions of students applying for, a scholarship like that,
Yes.
and it was, I don't even know. I
Wow.
when I found out that I got that scholarship, it was literally like a weight that was lifted, and it was like doors of opportunity that just opened up for me. And with this, I mean, let me tell you, the process of it was very intensive. When I mean, it was a lot of writing, it was a large packet at that time. It was nothing electronic, but, it was a lot of just writing. But with that scholarship, it really, and I'm very grateful, it really opened the door for me to pay for my bachelor's and my master's degree. So it was a renewable scholarship every year. And that really helped me. And to be honest with you, I think that was kind of what drove me to start helping other kids get those resources. Because again, I was there thinking like, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay for my education? So I really think that's a major motivation for me to help other people find resources, to help them further their education.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's an amazing experience and story, Chantal. So so while you're on your bachelor's, you got your scholarship while you're on your bachelor's or on your master's?
So the scholarship gave me an opportunity to receive both my bachelor's and my master's
Oh
degree.
wow.
Yeah, so I do know that in undergraduate you could choose any major that you wanted, but I believe with the back then, that was probably almost like 12 years ago. um the master's program, in order to receive your master's, you had to be within like a certain, I guess, industry or education discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe a couple of them were the STEM field, like,
Oh yeah.
science, um, technology, engineering, so forth. And then one of them was public health.
Mm-hmm.
So I chose the route public health because that was, one of the things one of my goals, if you wanted to say, was to go to med school. But again, your plan is not your plan.
Absolutely.
But again, it's the process was just amazing. And like I said, I really had an opportunity. And I truly believe me going through that process was just for me to be a light to other people, to kind of help them. So, and it's funny because at first I was a little disappointed that I did not, I guess, fully walk out or fulfill my educational or the educational goals that I thought I needed to do. but I'm doing what I guess I'm destined to do, if you want to say, and that
Absolutely.
is to start a organization that is, I guess, helping so many people. Like I said, I actually relocated, and when I mean I have like students all over just contacting me for help. I mean, this is just amazing. And then now, Tracy, we're talking about, helping international students. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
again, your plan is not your plan, but it's such a greater plan. And that's just
Yes.
kind of like my perspective right now.
Awesome. 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 I think,
Yeah.
I think it's a one in a million opportunity that you got this a scholarship. Uh, it's it's amazing. I'm very happy that you had that opportunity at that time, and it was it was your time that time, and you got it, you got it there. And so as you said, you got a scholarship, and you had this motivation to go help a lot of uh, younger generation and students to succeed and have them, I mean, get into their good universities and good education and good scholarships, and in whatever the fields they are in, whatever the education, whatever the financials, everything, whatever the situation they are in, what the conditions they are in, you're trying to help them. And I see, I mean, we worked with a lot of social media posts, and
Hmm.
I looked at all of them. And I mean, I regularly, I mean, when I used to work there, uh, I used to check every post, and see there's a lot of scope, there's a lot of uh, need for that, for in that area. And a lot of people are definitely looking at that area, that help, they want, they need it, and a lot of people are in struggling for that help. And and you are an amazing uh, option, you're an amazing, you know a pathway for them to get into their dream schools, to get into their study, and do all the stuff with absolute help. So can you so you told a little bit about empower with words, right? So can you explain it in a good fashion, and not like me, in a good fashion, about about why did you start your company, and how did you proceed, and challenges, and your goal and stuff.
Sure, sure. And you're doing fine, Tracy. You actually helped me start. I think we both were beginning the process. So you're doing fine.
Thank
Empower
you.
with Words College Prep, I started probably about officially 3 years ago.
3 years.
And, it started with me just helping, honestly, just volunteering just to help people. I know a lot of people found out that I got the Bill Gates Scholarship. And to be honest, it was not something that I broadcast because I never wanted to come off as if, like I'm bragging or, so it was never something that I told people. But it was one person that I did tell at my church back a couple of years ago. And when she found out, she just kind of like told a lot of the parents in our church.
Wow.
And people just started to come to me just for help, just asking questions and help. And to be honest, I started doing it on a volunteering basis just to help people, help parents, especially single parents, single parents. But I officially launched it as a business. Believe it was 2018, and that Empower with Words College Prep. It's all about helping students with navigating the college and the scholarship process. And when people think about it, it's not just about making good grades. It's all about the preparation phases. When it comes in, if you want to kind of break it down into academic preparation, there's so much that comes with academically preparing, whether it's standardized testing, whether it's your building your resume, to make you a competitive student for your college of your choice university, as well as scholarship resources. And then it's also helping you financially prepare. I
Yes.
talk to the parents all the time where sometimes they think, oh, I think about college the this last year of high school, or just getting in there. And honestly, it's much more to that. You have to prepare. It takes time. It's a process. And this
Yes.
is why, again, we're all about, again, navigating, helping you navigate the process, because it is a process and there's
Process.
steps to it. So, my goal, and I actually started developing a team, because I'm one person and unfortunately I cannot reach the masses. And I started
Masses.
developing a team, and we are now helping. I mean, there are so many kids across states that are reaching out to me, to help them, with the actual application process, whether it's helping them write essays or edit essays, and helping them search for scholarships and so forth. So, again, college, Power with Words College Prep is, again, helping the students, helping the parents with the academic portion as well as the financial portion of college.
Awesome. 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 Like I said, it's definitely a pathway for them. And I'm so glad that you had the motivation. I mean, it's been almost 3 years, and you're doing just amazing. And just the thought of helping somebody, just the thought of helping your your community, your neighbors, your people, country, and students that are in need. That's an amazing thing. To start with, that's an amazing thing, and I'm so
Yeah,
happy that you're doing that. I'm so happy,
yeah,
and like you said, you're preparing to start with the international students too. So so
yeah. It's a process, and
yeah.
Tracy. The funny thing is, I had started just focusing on high school, but I feel like when not feel like, but it is a need for so many different audiences. And when we had a conversation, I was just like, yeah, this is what I have to do. So I am trying to develop that program where I can create a process and a system for international students to help them further their education and here in the US. So again, that's a process. I haven't fully developed that just yet, but I'm working on it. And Tracy, with your help,
Absolutely.
with your help.
I mean, I may not be helping you a lot, but I will definitely help. I mean, I may not be as much as helpful to you. I mean, in terms of some stuff, but I will definitely give my 100% in helping you with whatever the stuff you need. And we have a lot of community here, a lot of people that need scholarships, that needs guidance, guidance in going to the colleges. And there are a lot of stuff happening between the between some there are some companies called consultancies and colleges. So it's a process, and they have yeah a different set of rules, different set of possibilities. so
Right.
I think this could be one other possibility for the students, for the whatever the country they may be in. So this could be another possibility, and they could definitely have a success with that. And
Absolutely.
yeah. So and one thing. What's your final goal? What's your final goal in starting this business? I mean, what's your final not in terms of business. I mean, even yeah, in terms of business and in terms of uh, your goal. Yeah, your goal.
So, okay. So my goal, to be honest with you, is it's definitely like a 5 to 10 year plan, if you want to say. But the goal is to reach the masses, and what
Reach
I
the
mean by
masses.
reach the masses is to be able to um, impact
Impact.
so many different audiences. For example, I started working with the high school population, but now I'm beginning to branch off and develop an international program.
Mhm.
Another program that I'm trying to develop is working with military and like service members and
Oh,
their families.
oh,
And another program that I'm trying to develop is working with business owners to help further their businesses, helping them find the resources for their businesses. So when you talk about final goal, there's no final goal, right? Because
yeah.
there's always room for growth. But my vision is to
Vision.
impact the masses
Awesome.
because I feel that there's so many different branches, or I would say you can branch out. And my thing is just to impact so many different people, right? Because it's all about impacting, influencing, inspiring, if you want to say. And there's so many different audiences that you can reach, especially within the educational arena. So, my again, this is a process, my 5 to 10 year plan. I mean, this is going to take time to be able to develop those programs.
Yeah.
But again, with the support, supportive team and, just patience,
Patient.
it will happen. It will
Absolutely.
happen.
Absolutely.
And I
Patience.
think, huh? I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
say
Yeah. Yeah.
again.
So, absolutely. Patience is the key.
Patience is the key. The funny thing is, I'm gonna tell you this,
Yeah.
especially with business owners, they want things instantaneously. It's like a microwave. I think
Yes.
we live in a world because of technology, right? Things come easily, they come fast. And I
Yeah.
think people expect things to happen overnight, but
Yeah.
I think when you put things into perspective, especially as business owners,
Mhm.
is that things are processes and it takes time.
Absolutely.
And if you go through the process, there's so much that you learn through the process about yourself. There's so many things that you learn, just about business, about people, about situations. So sometimes people want to, if you want to say, bypass the process and get to the final result and the outcome, that they miss everything through the steps.
Yes.
So again, the vision that I have, again, it's going to take time
It's gonna
to
take time.
get there. But, if you stay focused, and this is, I guess, my thoughts or advice to other people, right? If you stay focused on the process, and you stay focused, like taking one step at a time, it's going to happen. You just gotta stay focused. Life happens, challenges happen, but you just cannot allow it to situations cannot overcome you, if that makes sense. So just stay focused.
Yes. So awesome, awesome. That's
Yeah.
definitely the stuff uh, that's necessary. It's necessary for
Yeah,
any business or anything in general, anything in general.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, I wanna listen from you about the challenges that you're facing, the challenges you're facing in this business and in this the thing you're doing.
So a couple of the challenges that I am facing is right now developing a team.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about developing a team, like it is that trying to find the right people to connect
Mm-hmm.
with is so important.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that when you talk about business, people think about money. That's the first thing people think about is
Yes.
money. How is this going to how am I going to profit? And in business, you do want to make money, of course. I mean, this is what it's about. However, this is not the sole
So
purpose, right? You
purpose.
can't lose what you're doing, the purpose of what you're doing. So one of the challenges I would say, one is finding the right people to connect with.
Yep.
Another is finding the right investors because again, people want money, but you have to make sure that you're connecting to the right people. That's just not all about money.
Yes.
And I think one of the challenges right now is trying to find those investors that have the same intentions and that have the same vision that I have, and that is not all about money,
money.
but it's really about the vision and the purpose and the mission behind what I'm doing. So that's one of the challenges I'm facing right now. Because again, there's so many people that I mean, there are different programs that I want to develop, but when you talk about that, that takes money, that takes resources to do. So
Resources.
I would say right now, the phase that I'm in of the two challenges is finding the right people to connect with, and then finding the right investors and finding, the people that are just not about money, but about the vision.
Awesome, awesome. Definitely, definitely. I agree with all the stuff you said. It's, I mean, you know, as you as you were my mentor before, and you used to tell me a lot of stuff, and how you inspired me a lot of, uh, you inspired me in a lot of things, in about how to stay focused and not leave. Uh, one of the things that you said about not leave. I mean, do not stop. Do not stop from reaching your goal. I mean, reaching your destiny. Uh, that's one thing I always remember, and it's something I appreciate. I appreciate. I appreciate
No
from you,
problem.
and I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky that you have given that advice and that mentorship long ago. It's been almost 3 to 4 years, and
Yeah.
I'm still in the field. I'm still in the field. I'm still looking forward, and that's one thing I'm really happy about, and I'm so thankful to you. That's
Oh, you're welcome.
uh,
You want to hear something funny, Tracy?
yeah,
So,
definitely.
I was telling one of my siblings that I was having this live interview,
Uh-huh.
and when I was like, "Hey, do you remember the guy from India?" And he was like, "Oh, Tracy." I said, "You remember him?" He was like, "Yes, I remember him. You used to talk about him a lot." So,
Oh my god. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Tracy, even though I know this year we really haven't like done a lot of work together this year, but it's still, I think, fresh in a lot of people because I mean, I've talked about you a lot.
Yes.
It's just amazing how when I had said, I was like, yeah, the guy from India, and he like, my brother was like, oh, Tracy. So, I think
Uh,
our partnership, our friendship, our mentorship, it's definitely it's going a long way. And the funny thing is how we both a couple of years ago was just starting out, branching out on our own.
yeah.
And I think the most important thing, through that process was just kind of motivating each other to,
Yes.
sometimes it's a scary thing, right?
Yeah.
Because you are
To-
afraid of failure,
totally.
but it's just, yeah, but it's important to connect, right? It's all about
Yes.
connecting with the right people
Right
to
people.
keep pushing and motivating one another and inspiring and helping one another. So, you know,
Yeah.
so Tracy,
It's
you're not
definitely
going to get away from me, okay?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, I think that's not even possible. And I think the one thing you said, connecting with the right people,
Yeah,
that's very strong thing. That's very strong thing to do, and the thing to have in people's lives. Connecting with the right people and connecting with the right audience and right uh, suggestions, uh, quality, right quality of
yes,
decisions. It all comes down to that part.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's very good thing. So I wanna ask you about what's the best thing you learned as a kid, and you stayed strong with that particular thing, and you grew up with that particular thing. So do you have something like that, like
Best
in
thing that I learned as a kid. Okay. Now, I don't know, like the audience and their faith, but I think the best thing that kind of helped me Now, no one's perfect. I have my share of challenges,
Absolutely.
but the best thing that has kept me grounded is my faith as a believer. Um, yeah, that's the
Cool.
best thing as a child that, I mean, again, you kind of stray from the right path sometimes, but when when you grow and you learn and you have a strong foundation in the beginning as a child, you go back to the right path. And I think that's the first thing, is being a believer for me. Now, I don't know everyone else's story,
Yeah.
but to be honest with you, everything that I'm doing, whether it's just my personal life or whether it's business or whether it's my career, whatever it is, I had to keep God in the center.
Super.
When people say first, first, first,
Yes.
no, you have to keep him in the center of
Center.
everything, because when you keep him in the center of everything, everything else just kind of falls into place.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that is the biggest thing that has kept me grounded through my process of life, to be honest with you. There's so many people who are struggling through life. I mean, so many different challenges, finances, sickness, mental health. It's so much. But I think for me, doesn't matter the situation that I'm facing. I think because of my relationship as a believer, as a Christian, doesn't matter what's going on around me. I'm always grounded, and I'm not. If you want to say like the circumstances, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might go through the challenge, but the circumstances keeps me grounded.
Grounded.
My belief, my faith.
Awesome. Awesome. I think everybody has their own way of believing in stuff, and
Of course, yeah,
and it's really important that they stay strong and have a kind of discipline to that, and
yeah,
grow staying stronger, and not
of
going
course,
into bad ways, not going depressed in situations like
yeah,
yeah, like you said, a lot of struggles and challenges, going
yeah,
strong and being strong in that belief, that's what
yeah.
matters. And
Yeah. Another thing, again, I don't know everyone's spirituality. People,
yes.
are not spiritual, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I've talked to a few people about is finding something like natural to do to motivate you, right? And it could be words of affirmation,
Yeah.
right? It could be just writing out on a dry erase board, or putting it in your phone, or put it on a sticky note, and just writing positive phrases, positive words, and you just post it, and you're repeating that all the time. And again, it doesn't have to necessarily be about spirituality. It's just putting that positive perspective and just reminding yourself over and over again, especially when you are facing, very challenging moments in your life. It's just reminding yourself, whether, I can get through this, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm strong. Positive words, they can take you a long way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I've
True.
even told people, there are natural things that you can do to really change your mindset and
Nice.
your perspective. When you're going through those challenging times, just simple things like that. Or even, I mean, YouTube is big, right? Finding positive and motivational videos on YouTube and just repeating them over and over again. Those are things that can kind of keep you rooted and grounded. Um, Again, doesn't have to deal with faith or anything. It's just keeping you grounded and keeping your mind, just rooted in something positive.
Positive. Yep. The positive is a very strong word, and
Yeah,
it's you know yeah, it's a very strong word. I mean, everything relates
yeah,
to the positivity. I mean,
absolutely.
whatever the life decisions we take, whatever the path we go into,
Yeah,
everything goes. I mean, everything goes parallel to the positivity. Uh, yeah.
that's so true.
Yeah, that's
So
very good.
true.
That's very good. And yeah, and one more question, like, So yeah, to all the younger generation, what's the best advice you wanna give
Younger generation.
younger generation?
Hmm. Take advantage of every opportunity that is presented. Take advantage.
Take
Don't
advantage.
take things for granted because I've noticed that a lot of the younger generation, and it's so funny. I'm not that old myself, but a lot of the younger people, I think, because things are just so so easy now, and I don't want to say easy, but there's a lot more accessibility, right? Because with the advancement of technology and stuff like that. So I would just say take advantage. Don't take things for granted. Take advantage of every opportunity that you have. Because unfortunately, there are some people who just don't have, those opportunities. So don't take things for granted.
For granted.
Take advantage of the opportunity in a positive way, of course. Um, and go forth and just do what you desire to do.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think, uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna write that down. Even there are these are some simple things, simple statements, but you know they have a lot of impact, and we always tend to forget because they are
Yeah.
simple things. And every so taking advantage of every possibility is something I have to have to have to give. I mean, I have to post in the page.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's the simple things, to be
yeah,
honest. I
yeah.
think we humans make,
Yeah.
are complex, but it's honestly, it's the simple things.
It's simple things,
Simple.
but they do a lot of wonderful things. Wonderful.
Absolutely.
It has that magnitude. It has that magnitude of doing things. So
Absolutely.
okay. Okay, so I think we covered almost all the questions, almost all the questions we have. Um, yeah, we shared about the scholarship and your Empower with Words, how it started, and oh, I wanna hear some success stories about
Success stories?
yeah.
Sure, sure.
So I think
Well, let's see.
yeah, yeah, we have a
So,
little, yeah,
okay. Okay, so
yeah, yeah.
all of the students that I have helped in my program, um, 100% success rate. They got
Awesome.
into college. They received scholarship money. I just recently helped a student. Now, mind you, now I'm at the time I was living in Virginia, but I'm no longer in Virginia. But I was helping a student, and I helped her get into a college in California.
Oh,
Scholarships. I mean, it's just amazing. So, and again, her parents, are service members. They serve in the military.
wow.
So again, just to be able to support so many different people, that's amazing. Amazing. I mean, I've helped. Oh my gosh, so many people. To be honest, sometimes it's so overwhelming, and this is why I'm developing a team because there's so many people who are coming to me to ask for help, even current college students, undergraduate students. There's like, hey, I need more resources. How can you help me? And I'm just like, okay. So now I'm in the period of just like trying to hire people. So,
Yeah,
honestly, it's 100 success rate with people getting into the college of their choice
awesome.
and finding resources. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And I just got to like keep that in my mind. That's what it's about.
Yes, 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 yes. I think, I think the path you took and the way you're going is absolutely inspiring to a lot of our audience. I think, maybe we may have questions in the channel. Uh, let's see if we have any questions. Oh, sorry. I think. Oh, okay. Okay. I think yeah, uh, we may not have chat, but yeah, I think we covered all the stuff, Chantal, and I'm very glad. I'm very glad we talked about a lot of stuff, a lot of the inspiring stuff about the positivity, about going and connecting with the right people, and also taking
Yeah.
advantage of every possibility, everything that we can get, and don't and not taking things for granted. that's that's
Yeah.
how inspiring things we learned uh, for this session, and I'm very glad that you are here in this session, uh, and you're taking time to talk to us, to talk to the audience, and helping them inspire and stay motivated. And you're giving them uh, some possibilities. You're giving them some ideas about some starting business and staying in business. And yeah, I mean, yeah, we can take it into a different. We can take different considerations about the stuff, about all the session we had. Uh, I'm gonna list down all the stuff and post it in the pages, and
Awesome.
where people can get inspired, and even not by watching video, or just sorry, that's train. I'm nearby
Oh,
train.
wow.
Yeah, I'm nearby a railway track, so that's good. So I think thank you so much, Chantel.
You're
We will
welcome.
always be in touch, and I will definitely help you, and you can always request for my help, and I mean whatever the help you need from from the community, or from the Indian community, or with international studies or anything. We're definitely here to help you, and there are a lot of people that are willing to help you. So, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Uh, we'll we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch.
Absolutely. And Tracy, I'm here to help you get into these universities here in the US. Okay. So we're going to work on this.
Yes.
Again, I'm learning through the process too, but we're going to get it done.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so honored. I'm so honored, and thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we will. I think it's we will. Yeah. We'll, we'll meet up. We'll catch up. We'll catch up. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much,
Yes, sir.
guys. Yes.